Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Silent Hill. We've got some bells in the distance. Hopefully that bell does not toll for Harry. We got one more thing to do in the school. If I could not pass it up, that would be great. This isn't necessary, but something I didn't notice when I originally played this game. If you check that and then check the map, he will mark on the map where Kay Gordon's house is. We picked up Kay Gordon's house key at the end of last video, so now we gotta head there in order to cut through to get to the church. Why he's leaving his house key at work, I don't know. Kay Gordon, you're so forgetful! This is more of a transition video from the school to the next area that we're going to be exploring. And something else I want to show off. I like this. It's a fun little extra area that you can go in. You can't really access most vehicles in these games, so it's kind of cool. And they give you a couple of health drinks for your efforts. There's also a save point if you want to utilize that, and remember, no running on the bus. It's kind of weird, we didn't see Cheryl at the school. We saw some random teenage girl, don't know who that is, but other than that, I can't help but wonder what happened to Cheryl. She said to school, or at least Harry assumes that was Cheryl. So you need to cut through this alley. There are going to be some dogs. This gave me a bit of trouble the last time I played this, because I did not check that teacher's register to have Harry mark on the map where we need to go. So definitely do that. Although it's pretty easy to find. Damn it, Fido! No kibble for you! Just bullets! I've decided you need lead in your diet. Convenient camera angle. You'll notice this area looks pretty similar to the backyard of the other house. Use that key. And this house looks even more similar to the other house that we saw. And this is basically Kay Gordon's contribution to the game. We use this house in order to pass through to get to the church. There is another thing involving him in a file, but I don't remember if I find that file or not. I was hoping there would be a health drink there, but nope. No such luck. There is a save point, though, so I recommend. Although it's not really necessary. Unfortunately, no med kit over by the door like in the other house. However, if we come this way, we will find a health drink. Not as good as a med kit, but it'll have to do. And we have plenty of items. I will not use all of the items that we already have, and we will be picking up more. Uh-oh. There's another one of them bat things. Not today, sucker! That's hit and miss. Sometimes the thing will keep chasing you, sometimes it'll lose you. Fortunately, this time I was able to lose it, so I could easily pick up this health drink that I'll never use. There's at least one or two of these bat things down this alley. Oh god. Ah, you missed! You dick. There's not really a reason to fight anything. On our right hand side there are some handgun bullets if you want them. But I'm not going to worry about it because then I would have to deal with the monsters in the area. So let's just head to the church. I haven't been to church in a long time. Hopefully we don't burst into flames. Then again, I assume Harry's a better person than I am.
Ringing that bell?
I've been expecting you. It was foretold by gyromancy.
What are you talking about?
I knew you'd come. You want the girl, right?
The girl? You're talking about Cheryl.
I see everything.
You know something. Tell me.
Stay back. Nothing is to be gained from floundering about at random. You must follow the path. The path of the hermit concealed by Flauros.
What? What are you talking about?
Here, the Flauros, a cage of peace. It can break through the walls of darkness and counteract the wrath of the underworld. These will help you. Make haste to the hospital before it's too late.
Wait! Don't go yet!
I have a lot of things I want to say about what just happened, as well as what set up this section of the game. But first I need to talk about these items we picked up. It's interesting that you have to pick up the Flauros before you can pick up the key. We need the key in order to progress in the game. And it's kind of interesting that the developers designed the game that way, so you have to pick up that Flauros first in order to have it for story purposes. You'll see that in video 7. Health drink, definitely want that. Could use more items, but that's okay. I'm gonna have a ton anyways. Save point. Definitely using that. This game is really good about providing save points, for the most part. There are a couple of areas where it seems like you go a while without one, but for the most part, it's pretty good about giving save points. Sometimes too good. The next area we're going into will have one, and it's just over here. But first we have another mutt to deal with. Gonna put you down like old Yeller! Did I make that joke this LP? I think I did. Damn it! This is just an extra area you can go to. The only thing in here is a save point and handgun bullets. But I figured I would show it off. So before I get into that conversation that we just witnessed, I do think it's interesting that Harry just keeps going. I talked about this before. He sees something and just takes it as a clue on where to go, which for game purposes turns out to be the case. But why in a million years would you hear a church bell and think, oh, that must be where I need to go? Now, in this case, being isolated, I could see where you might hear that bell and think, oh, there's another person over there. I should go see who that is. Maybe they can help me. And maybe that's what Harry was thinking. I don't know. There's going to be another dog over here. If you just stuck to doing whatever it was you were doing before, I would not have shot you. But you couldn't do that, could you? Bitch. See, that insult works because it's a dog, and I'm assuming it's a female dog, although we don't really know. But that conversation with that lady was pretty interesting. Her name is Dahlia Gillespie, and pretty much everything she said there seemingly makes no sense. It's not going to make sense to anybody hearing that for the first time. And that term gyromancy that she used is a real thing. Or at least a real term in some form of spiritual or religious beliefs. I looked it up once, but I don't remember what it means. This is something I never explored before. I'm trying to find a little divot here where there's a medkit. Some of these will have ammo. I'm going to avoid one or two of them in this area. But we picked up a key to a drawbridge, so that's where we're headed next. And you notice Harry assumes a lot in that conversation. She says you're looking for the girl, which really could be anybody. She doesn't know this guy, they just met. And his response is, oh, Cheryl, you're talking about Cheryl. And Harry doesn't think about things. I didn't realize I must have turned off my flashlight for some reason. I'll fix that in a little bit. Harry just assumes a lot there. He doesn't think about how there's no reason she's going to know who Cheryl is. Kind of reminds me of those phone psychics from the 80s and 90s, or that dude who had a show on, I think it was the Sci-Fi Channel, where he claimed he could talk to dead people. But it was all manipulation tactics. He would ask very vague questions and get people to fill in the blanks. Kind of like what happened in that cutscene. This seems like poor planning for a city. Unless it has like a shipping lane or something, I don't see why you would have a drawbridge to get from one portion of the city to the other. You would think they would just have a bridge. You might consider saving your game. So we're now headed to the hospital. I can't remember if Dahlia said something about the hospital or not. I think she might have. I'm going to this side because there's going to be another health drink, and I want to be in position to pick it up. So, if Dahlia happens to be not on the level, for example, and wanted to manipulate Harry, he's giving her everything she needs in order to do so. And it's perfectly understandable. He's a father, he's worried about his kid. Any caring parent would be in this situation. No flying around on my street! Stupid bat thing. Got me a few times on test plays. It had to die. And now we're going to meet a new enemy. These things are a little bit more impactful if you see them after the hospital. But this being a transition video and a shorter video, I wanted to do as much as I could. So we're going to explore this next little extra area now. Giant monkeys, for reasons, I guess. I guess monkeys are scary. Although I guess most of the creatures in this game are animal-based. And here's the police station. There are some handgun bullets, as well as some shotgun shells, which I walked past. I really like the background ambient sounds in this area. I really wish this was a full-fledged area to explore. As it is, it's kind of a cool little extra area you can go into. We're going to get some information about a side plot here, if you want to read any of that, which talks about a drug trafficking scheme that's going on. Listen to that. So good. There's also a save point and some bullets in there. There's one extra thing I want to look at before we head to the hospital. As you can imagine, the hospital is going to have a normal and an alternate realm version. we're going to explore most of the normal realm in this video as well because it doesn't take very long. Again, sticking to the sidewalks and the lines in the road as much as possible so I have some direction as to where I'm going. I can't help but wonder if that police station was originally going to be bigger. I have not found any confirmation on this, but I have heard some people suggest that Sybil was originally going to be a second playable character. In which case, that would make the drug trafficking story more poignant to her character, I would assume. But I never got confirmation on that, so that's probably not a thing. But that is something that I heard. A fan theory, if you will. A fan game theory. There's bullets I'm passing up because I'm maxed out. We'll get plenty of bullets. Another monkey thing, but I want to kill it because there's a health drink over there. No bananas for you! Okay, that one's dead. There's another one. As long as it doesn't bother me, we should be okay. Looking for the health drink. Getting annoyed that a friend of mine decides to try to call me while I'm doing commentary. Kind of annoying. But we're not going to worry about that. We're going to head to the hospital. But it is kind of interesting that Harry just kind of keeps moving on. Ooh, wonder what that sound is. Run quickly here because there are dogs, and they will hit you. We're not going to do a no damage run, but I am trying to do the best I can considering I am calling these walkthroughs. Ooh. Interesting. Sounds like somebody just fired off a gun. Save your game, and let's go ahead and see what's going on in here.
Hold it! Stop! Don't shoot! Wait! I'm not here to fight. My name is Harry Mason. I'm in town on vacation.
Thank God, another human being.
Do you work here?
I'm Dr. Michael Kaufman. I work at this hospital.
So maybe you can tell me what's going on.
I really can't say. I was taking a nap in the staff room. When I woke up, it was like this. Everyone seems to have disappeared. And it's snowing out, this time of year. Something's gone seriously wrong. Did you see those monsters? Have you ever seen such aberrations? Ever even heard of such things? You and I both know creatures like that don't exist.
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl anywhere? I'm looking for my daughter. She's only 7, short, black hair.
She's missing. I'm sorry. But with all those monsters around, I highly doubt that she's... Sorry, I didn't mean to alarm you. Your wife, she's here with you?
She died 4 years ago. Now it's just me and my daughter.
I see. I'm sorry. Well, I'd better be going. I can't just sit around here doing nothing.
So long. Good luck out there.
That cutscene starts off unintentionally hilarious. On a technical level, it probably could have been handled better by just having Kaufman point his gun at Harry. But him shooting and missing at point-blank range is kind of funny. Just with the stilted nature of the cutscenes in these games, some of them come off unintentionally hilarious. That map will be very useful. And it is interesting meeting that dude. You can already tell he's kind of cold, the way he's already just kind of like, yeah, your daughter's fucked. He seems to realize what he's done and tries to apologize, but you can kind of tell his nature is a pretty emotionless one. Which I can relate to, actually. Huzzah! File! Supposedly in the source code for this game, there's another portion of that article. But as far as I know, it didn't make it into any of the copies of the game. I tried going online to see if I could find a transcript of the other portion of that article so I could show it off when we get to the point where we would normally pick that up if it wasn't removed. This is an important item, the glass bottle. We will need to take that. And if we come over here, you can get a health drink. I had to come back for that, because I missed it my first time walking around in here. Huzzah! Couple more rooms to explore. This area again has some really good background ambience. That is kind of weird that the basement map is separate from the hospital map. I'm not sure why we didn't just get all of that in one map. But that's alright. Picking it up wasn't exactly challenging, so I can't complain. And we need that key. There's only a couple of enemies in this normal realm of the hospital. I say normal realm, it's not exactly normal. Fog realm, I guess you could say. And I believe that's the basement key. We will check that out here in a moment. First, it looks like somebody had an accident in here. A red liquid. It makes perfect sense that if we see a substance that we can't identify, we should go ahead and take some with us. You never know, you might need it. Some would argue that Harry shouldn't know what to do with that red liquid. That's where you use the key. I would argue he makes a lot of strange decisions already, so that does seem like it keeps with his character. Not sure when I turned that off. We just need to go over one to the left. We've got to turn on a generator and avoid these bug things. I could just kill them, but that would waste time. We're not coming back here. Huzzah! I could have just gone straight to the elevator, but I'm about to end the video, so let's just get out of here for now. We'll do the elevator bit next video. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time as we explore this hospital proper. Oh yeah.